This store could be the mecca for Philadelphia, right? If we go direct to consumer and no longer, the DSPs is giving us 0.2% of a penny per stream. So that's saying your music ain't even worth an entire penny. So you know how many, a billion streams will make you $10,000. Anybody? We don't know nobody with a billion streams. A million streams will make you $4,500. You don't know nobody with a million streams. 10,000 streams, you made $47.
They be done played your record by then, right?
I sell these for $20, bro. Like, this is a USB album that we all can put our music on. Now, what I want to do with Dope Rap Community is create a compilation album of artists to put on USB and also use the streaming platforms, but only as a form of promotion. Because what the streaming platforms are doing, they're using the artists to promote the platforms for the larger artists. Because the catalogs that these artists that you see on these walls are owned by the labels that own a percentage of the streaming platforms. And the independent artists that are telling everybody that their music is on the streaming platforms, you are nothing but the promoters of the platform. For free. The same way when that chicken sandwich came out, who had that? Popeyes. You know how much free promotion they got on that chicken sandwich? They didn't even have to make a commercial for it.
Word of mouth?
Word of mouth, and by people pulling out their phones in line at Popeyes getting that chicken sandwich. They never had to make a commercial for their chicken sandwich, and they outsold Chick-fil-A.
And that's what Boondocks took the information from.
They outsold Chick-fil-A?
They outsold Chick-fil-A on their chicken sandwich. People think they thought they had crack in their chicken sandwich. I know I had about 4 or 5 of them. But the point that I'm making is, I was there religiously. You understand me?
I didn't know pickle and chicken went together.
Right. I've never ate a pickle with a chicken a day in my life.
Pickle and a chicken.
You put pickles on a chicken sandwich.
A pickle and a chicken.
We had never put a pickle on a chicken sandwich, but when it came to them, we was eating pickles on that chicken sandwich, man, with mayonnaise. Who eat mayonnaise on their chicken? Yeah. You've never seen nobody cover their chicken with mayonnaise.
Ketchup. Yeah.
But we did it, and they sold them, and we bought them. So what we have to realize, especially as artists, we're in the music business, but we do not sell music. Music right now is sold through lifestyle, right? People buy the idea, then they buy the product. So we have to understand what music is utilized to do. Music is utilized to pass information and create a societal culture, right? So if everybody's dyeing their hair blind and wearing at the tip and wearing dreads, you're gonna see a lot of that. When Jay-Z said, "I'm the reason they can't sell them 5.0s," he wasn't lying. Hip hop is the biggest force of music on the planet today. And we created it, but we don't own it. We don't own it because we don't own the distribution. This is why we have to go direct to consumer.
And publishing.
Now, when it comes to your publishing, this is what you have to understand. There's 2 types of publishing, and this is going to be a part of the seminar once we get rolling. Understanding publishing, understanding the 7 royalties, understanding your performance right organizations, understanding the MLC, which is another performance right organization, understanding how to fill out your sound exchange forms and having your music on grace notes so that the lyrics come up. Like, we're half-assing the business because everybody want to create music. They're creating music before they take care of the business. And they think, I'm just one song away. Most artists, and I've seen this on numerous incidences, where most artists think they're one record away from creating a hit, but still don't know the difference between a 7 a.m. and a 10 p.m. artist. Now, most artists, they go out to open mics, and the reason why I chose a record store to do this open mic is because when you're performing in that club and there's liquor, there's women, there's men, there's a fashion show going on that you're probably unaware of, right? There's very braggadocious jewelry, whatever, right? The people that's there listening to you perform don't care about your music, don't care that you're an artist. They are happy to be in that environment. That's a 10 p.m. artist. Now, with a 7 a.m. artist, when your music plays on the radio across country at 7 a.m. in a typical American household, the person whose attention you have to get is the wife. The wife is going to share your music with her husband. She's going to share your music with the kids. And this is going to trickle down as her favorite song, which will become her daughter's favorite song, which will then, the son is going to play the song for the women that he come in contact with. Right? So you have to understand that music, for one, has to vibrate in the frequency of the women in order for them to transfer it to everyone else. So if your music is murder, death, kill, women don't want to hear that. Right? They want to be uplifted. They want to be praised. If it's bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks, women don't want to hear that. They want to be embraced. They want to be understood. They want to be seen. They want to be listened to. Right? This is why Drake is was the number one selling artist for the last 2 decades. Nice for what? That's what he said. Right?
You're right. You
And
play them club joints.
Right. And he followed LL Cool J's format, even though he never had to take his shirt off. So there's a formula already in place. There's a lineage already in place. And once you figure out, I am of the Big Daddy Kane, MC Shan to Jay-Z lineage. The Too Shorts, right? There's a lineage. You have to understand your hip hop lineage. Who did you listen to that programmed your style of music? When you understand your lineage, then you'll know what type of music you should be making. Right? But a lot of people don't know who gave birth to the idea of them being a musician. So when you understand your lineage and where you came from and how you was influenced and who influenced you to be on this end of a microphone, then you'll understand what music you should be making. And I know I just jumped around to about 30 different subjects, but there's only 4 of us in this room right now.
It's all good. We got it.
I mean, we got it. It's like that. Like,
it's all
I keep
good.
going back to the lifestyle.
Right. That's what's being sold. But understand why it's being sold. Right. Back in 1983, when NWA's first single, which was not "Fuck the Police," became a #1 single with no radio play.
Yeah, that was lit.
How was that?
That was the word of mouth. That was them being
Trunk of the car type.
No, that was the machine.
Yeah.
The reason that song, if you was ever in the streets doing any criminal activity, it was never "Fuck the Police."
Not at all.
I'm driving. I didn't get a driver's license until a couple of years ago. I get pulled over. It's "Yes, sir, officer, sir, no, sir, officer, sir." You understand what I'm saying? And I'm going to comply. As criminal as I am at that time, I'm going to 100% comply. It was never "Fuck the Police." But now that I have a driver's license and I'm a tax-paying citizen, fuck is you pulling me over for? I can do that now. But then when NWA was saying do it, it was to cause mass incarceration, and they were part of the machine, and this is why Easy is dead and Ice Cube is so established, and I don't care if they come for me about this.
They got a whole write-up on it already.
And Bone Thugs and Harmony already told you about the meeting that happened where this was propaganda pushed into the urban communities to cause mass incarceration. So all of even right now, right, with the highly sexual females being pushed to the forefront of hip hop, that wasn't the intention of hip hop. If you know what the word hip hop means, hip meaning movement, or if you hip to something, that means you know.
Exactly.
If I'm hip to that, I'm already hip to that.
Right.
That means you have the information, you have the knowledge, right? So hop is a movement. So hip hop literally means intelligent movement.
Right.
That's the literal meaning of it.
Conscious
That's what
movement.
it was intended to do. It was an alarm clock for us to wake up, right? But somebody hit the snooze button. The industry hit the snooze button. It was supposed to wake us up. If you remember the African medallions, the dashikis, X-Clan, and was the beginning of hip hop until NWA. Even though it is said that gangster rap started in Philadelphia with Schoolie D because they used his style of rap.
They blaming it on him.
It wasn't, what he was doing wasn't gangster rap. Ice-T took his style.
It was just a story, right?
Not even in his stories.
That was Schoolie's story.
His
Saturday
story was
night.
that he was a gangster, right? But Ice-T, Ice Cube, and everybody from the West Coast heard PSK was getting his green. People always say he wouldn't. Even Biggie paid tribute to him on his album, right? But they took his cadence and they took his flow and they used it to start gangster rap. That's why he's the father of gangster rap.
Okay.
I think you was at the I Love Hip Hop show when we awarded Schoolie D the honorary I Love Hip Hop show certificate, right? But at the end of the day, Philadelphia has that persona of gangsterism, right? There's not a lot of love records coming from the men of Philadelphia, coming from the rappers of Philadelphia towards women or even towards themselves. Everything is pretty much murder, death, kill, but this is by design. This has what's been propagated, you know what I'm saying, in order to...
It's crazy you brought up NWA.
Yeah, because that's where it stemmed from.
I got
And
NWA's
I love those
cassette
records.
tape. Somebody put it in my back pocket.
Let's not get it fucked up.
That's how I found out about NWA.
We have to be responsible for our own actions, right? And we have to take accountability for what we do, even after we listen to a rap song. If a rap song can convince you to commit crime, something is wrong with you. And you need psychiatric help, right? If a song or a TV... Now, I'm not going to lie. I watched Get Rich or Die Trying one day, and I almost reverted back to the guy that used to be on the corner.
It's possible, man. It's possible.
It is possible. You know what I'm saying? I think it was like a
You could
moment
get
of road
possessed.
rage or something, and I was ready to like pull somebody out of their car, and you have to get control over yourself, right? You have to control yourself. Like when you start writing a rhyme and you know what you want this song to do, you know what you want this song, you know where every syllable of the word is going to hit on that beat. I'm going to use the syllable right here, and this word is going to hit on this symbol, so that way you know how to keep the beat and what you're doing, right? Because a beat is going to do one or two things. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to go double time, and you can change up your patterns and your cadence to fit it to any beat. But you know that you're controlling the flow of the linguistics over top of that track, right? So you're the, I'm gonna say the dam that controls the flow of the water, which is the words that you're using to convey your message on that beat.
Right.
So if you know that you're in control of that, so you know when they hear this, they're gonna be like, ooh. When I say this, that's when the whole crowd will be like, ooh. And you know how they're gonna respond, and you know how they're gonna react, right? So where did you get that from? How do you have that ability? If that's not something that's divinely instilled in you, I can't tell you what it is.
That's where great records come about.
Right,
Because
so
some guys
if you
can do
know
that.
that a poet is called a griot, right? And a griot is a messenger. But if you're giving the wrong message, right, in your music, then it's not going to go nowhere. I know for me, I never wanted to sign a record deal. And I watched the entire industry and this entire saga unfold from 2002 to 2010, and on South Street, I saw the record store Tower Records, and that's what's crazy about it, right? This record store has been here for over 20 years. Yeah, Tower Records was on South Street, and I saw when they closed, I knew the industry was changing because you have to think about it. We went from an 8-track tape to a vinyl record to we went from the 8-track to the vinyl to the 8-track tape to a cassette tape. From the cassette tape, we went to CD. From CD, we went to MP3. Remember Napster? Yeah. Everybody was there, like they were still in the music for free. Yeah. Like I think a lot of us forget. A lot of people
invest in Napster at one point.
They did, right? So at one of these Mondays, I'm going to go into the business aspect of signing yourself to your own record label and how to become a company yourself so that you can sign yourself. And because I ain't argue with the guy, but somebody was saying like, what's the point of signing yourself to a record label when you don't have the ability to distribute or promote or the major budget to promote? And this is where a lot of us as artists go completely wrong. We spend all our money creating the product, but then nobody know the product exists. You have a product, but you created no campaign or rollout for the product. And again, that's where places like this will come into play, where you can do a poster signing, right? Where you can promote, and even these spots on the wall, right? You can have your poster here with a QR code that'll take people directly to a link to buy your music from a website that you created. So this record store is going to be, right, a bigger hub than what it is now. Right, especially with the artists in Philadelphia, we can turn this into something really huge and unionize. Because another thing that I've peeped, a big mistake, if I go on my Instagram where I have 2,400 people, and a lot of people think they fans. I think they're Instagram followers and fans are two different things. If you got 14,000 people on your Instagram and you can't make $10, those are not your fans. Those are just a bunch of newsy motherfuckers.
Just some newsy mugs. Yeah.
That's it. You should be able to at least get $1 from everybody on your Instagram when you drop something for sale. So if you got 24, so it don't matter. If you got 500 followers, that's $500. If you can sell them something for $1.
Okay.
So if you got 14,000 people or 1 million people on your social media, understand that the algorithm is only going to give you a percentage of those people to see your posts, unless you pay your social media platform to push it out further to more people. So it's still being gatekept, right?
That's what they transitioned to.
Right. So you think that? So here's the thing: whenever something is free, you're the product. We all agree. Whenever we're on Instagram and Facebook for free, that means you are the product.
They checking you out.
You're what's for sale. You are what's for sale. Whenever something is free and they give it, we're giving away free phones and we're giving away free, then you are the product. Right? So it's real simple business economics. Very simple. 2 + 2 = 4 type shit. Right? So if we had 10 people in here, right? And all of us put up $100, right? How much money we got? We got a stack. We can get a venue. We can do the promotion. We can throw the show. And then if all of us bring 25 people to the event and keep what we sold for our payment for our performance, right? We had a successful show. Wash, rinse, repeat.
That's the formula?
Wash, rinse, repeat. It's that simple, right? So this is just the beginning of the information. And if any of you guys have anything that you want to add to what I just said, or I ain't gonna say dispute, but if you think I said something wrong, what's taking you too long?
Gabbles, man. You gave us gabbles.
Yeah, as a producer, I definitely have to be, protected when it comes to this, because if I give my music to somebody and I
Here's the
can't.
thing: do you sample?
Well, I'm aware of that as well because you have to go through their clearance first.
So you can't take from another artist and then expect to get paid from somebody else. So even if you're creating a beat from scratch, you can't even I don't think you can copyright the what part of it you can't copyright? Is it the melody or the whatever? So there's somebody can take your.
You can't do a whole song. I know that. And you can't do 16. Well, you can't do 8 bars or something like that.
No, you can't take the whole song.
You can't take the whole song, and I think the limited is like 8
with
bars or something like that.
Right, so you take that couple seconds of somebody's song, right, and you build on top of that. And who was it? Robin Thicke?
Oh yeah, he got hit with Marvin Gaye joint. Yeah.
Right. So the estate sued him for everything for that record.
Didn't Tweet get hit with that too?
You know what's funny about that? It really,
She got hit with that.
it must just be the sound in me, but it doesn't sound like Marvin Gaye song to me.
It do to me. You can hear it.
The doom doom doom, it's not in there.
No, you can hear it.
A little bit, but he said he got the idea from him, so yeah.
Yes.
So they really didn't prove it, but the judge, I think it was Blak, he said, okay, because I think it was Pharrell who did the production, he stayed within the guideline with the sample. And the judge just said, how much money did you make from this song? He said, 8 million. He said, 16 million. And the judge just said, just give him half.
That's still a lot of money.
It's still a lot of money.
If he was clear of the sample,
Yeah.
right? Like giving up $8 million is not something to just bat an eyelash
But he
at.
said give him half.
Yeah, but then you have to be.
They kind of let him off the
you
hook
have to
instead of
prove me
taking it
wrong.
all, huh?
I'm not just going to give up $8 million.
The judge said.
But
If the
it's
judge
clear.
said it, the judge has to prove that this is justice, that justice is being served. You can't
Well,
just
see, the thing about it is that they
suggest. This is
admitted
not a
it.
Suggestion.
They admitted it, so
Right, so they took from the man's song.
yeah, they admitted it. So
So
yeah.
this is the
Get the
problem,
sample.
especially with the guys that make beats and they put them on YouTube, right? Then you got 100 to 100 and thousands of people using your beat to make a song, and you got to go and dispute that with everybody that put your song out, right? That's a lot.
I think the judge did it because Robin Thicke was white and Marvin Gaye is a
Well, Pharrell, yeah,
Okay.
probably.
There's another.
That's a whole nother
Yeah.
aesthetic.
Yeah, they did it again, and this time the judge said, "Nah." With the guy, what's
Bottom
the
line is that they admitted it.
And-
Yeah, I
Right,
did
so
it.
they admitted to
Yeah.
taking from the
They
record.
grabbed the idea from the
So
the
that's why
record.
they didn't have a problem getting
So
up
they
and
didn't
doing it.
have no problem. They couldn't
Yeah.
dispute it.
They did it again with what's the guy from
Bruno Mars.
Yeah, and it was "Let's Get It On." And,
Okay.
And the judge said, "Nah, that's not even good."
So
Another family member.
So in the hip hop world, though, you know we do that all day. We find
what
old
hip-hop
records.
is-
That's what
hip-hop
hip hop
is based
is.
on it.
That's exactly. So if
Right,
they
so
have to
getting that
agree to
clearance
something, right?
Prior to putting out the record. Now here's the other thing, right? They say you're nobody in the music business till somebody's trying to sue you. So my thing is, go get sued.
Really make some money, huh?
Yeah, because it's going to do two things.
It's gonna boost your record sale.
It's going to boost the sale of the record, and it's going to increase your popularity.
Everybody gonna be
Getting
reading about
sued
you.
is going to create a media buzz that you never had before. Think about it. When they say there's no such thing as bad publicity, it really ain't. It really ain't. I mean, motherfuckers done ran butt naked down boulevards and got popular for it, right?
Yo, I was.
So we got to think about that too, right? The psychological effect. What creates fame? How does fame?
I said somebody will
Get
do that
created.
shit, man.
I'm saying, like, anybody read the 48 Laws of Power?
Not all of it.
No.
Not all of it.
It's a must read.
Gotcha.
48
It's
laws.
a must read, especially if you're going to be in the business of music. A lot of people say music business. I say the business of music because we don't sell music, and that's again, artists go completely sideways out here trying to sell music.
They're not looking for that. They're looking for your ass or.
No. So selling sex is one way to sell music, but that's not the end all be all.
Well, you
right?
can sell a sandwich.
Use comedy to sell music, but I don't suggest selling music.
Mm-hmm.
And I ask people this all the time. This is one of my favorite questions to ask. What does the organization McDonald's sell?
Well, shit, then they sell burgers,
We have burgers.
French
You
fries,
would agree.
milkshake.
McDonald's, y'all see as a burger joint.
I mean,
That's what it was.
It,
Yeah,
it was a family joint at one point because it transitioned over time.
Man, they sell
And that
burgers
sounds great.
through the side window.
No.
They showed.
This might blow you guys' mind.
They sold a person named Calvin to me.
They sold the idea.
Opportunity.
That was a lifestyle of an employee that they sold.
You know what I'm saying? You at one point in my life it had the Hamburglar and make the
Right, that was for the kids.
Part, the kid.
They sold them an
So
opportunity.
let me
huh?
let you understand. You know McDonald's is a franchise, right?
Right.
Big time. Yeah, worldwide.
McDonald's is a real estate company.
Who?
McDonald's is every McDonald's
believe
you
it.
see is on a prime piece of real estate. They sell the customer is not you. The customer is the owner of the franchise. The customer
He's
is who
getting
they
it.
sold the property with the business to it, so that the rent is always paid.
Mm-hmm. So somebody living in them jobs?
No,
No, but they could.
they're making money from it.
Yeah.
Right? McDonald's sells as a franchise.
So they
and
sold the franchise.
they sold the business.
I get you.
So the business.
But it started with
So-
one hut though.
Burger joint.
It started with one hut. Now that joint in
it's not a
China.
burger joint. It's an entire real estate,
real estate
firm, and they sell their real estate to a
Franchise.
proprietor. It comes with a business, so that the
comes
rent
with a
is
business.
never not paid.
'Cause
So
they
they will
always
never,
working.
and it's a successful business.
All day. All fucking day.
Focus on real estate.
Right.
Like an illusion.
They open
Do you
24
think
hours in
McDonald's
some
ever
country.
have to make another commercial?
No.
But they do.
No,
Why?
Because they
I
can.
don't know.
Not because they can. To stay in the forefront of your mind,
That too. Absolutely.
right? So there's a difference between promoting and marketing. They already know, when you know what the advertisement is going to create, that's marketing. That means you have mapped it out from day 1 to 30 days to 60 days to 90 days. You know exactly what the traffic is going to be. Like, I didn't market this event. I promoted it, but I did not market it. I told people, I put out a flyer, but I didn't create any spectacle. I could have created a spectacle right outside this store for a week straight that people would have filmed and they would have posted and they would have attracted more people and just kept screaming the date or whatever and had more people here wondering what's going on. Because what creates fame is mystery. The less people know, the more they want to know. And the less they know, and the more people that know less, the more people that don't know is what's going to create the fame.
Absolutely.
As long as they don't know.
Keep their heads down. Yeah. Keep them
Right,
down
so
for the facts.
think about Jay-Z. The thing that's making him more and more famous, oh, Jay-Z and the Illuminati. Jay-Z worship the devil. Jay-Z drank baby blood.
Everybody watching all that
But
on
we
YouTube.
don't know.
You getting what?
We say a bunch of
199,000
stuff.
views on them
Right,
joints.
We say a bunch of stuff. If you make a post right now about Jay-Z drinking baby blood or Beyonce washing in baby blood to stay young, right? But then create a QR code that has a link to your music somewhere else, right? People are going to follow that QR code because they're going to. That's called clickbait. This has been since the start of the internet. So the first question people are probably going to ask: why haven't I done it? Why you ain't do that?
They was putting it in our hands. We just gotta
It's
run
a
with
cheat
it.
code, right? It's definitely a cheat code, and my image is built off of having code. My clothing brand is called Man Code, and it has the barcode on it, which means being a man is not something for sale.
Mm-hmm.
So majority of the music industry, their manhood is for sale. Mine's is not. I don't have no intentions on going into a corrupted music industry that's on its way out. This is why we need to create our own economy and our own music community without using the powers that's already in place. Right? Because what's given can be taken away. As we've seen with Bill Cosby, R. Kelly,
The whole
Puff
black community,
Daddy.
African American community.
What is given can be taken away. But you know what can't be taken? This here God-given talent.
Absolutely.
This is going to go with me in my box when they put the dirt on it.
So I can care less
So
what
I
I
need to utilize it intelligently, as we all do. Right? So, like I said,
to save yourself, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's one thing we know. How to
so
do.
I read this meme, and this meme really
Should I
really
like
stuck
to?
with me. They said if God can become a man to save man, then why can't man become a God to save himself?
Buddy, you going? I'm gonna let you live your life. You gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
You gotta figure it out. Yeah.
If you can believe that God became a man to save man, then why can't man become a God to save himself? Because at the end of the day, and if we're going to go into belief, I believe that God is a creator God, created the sun, moon, stars, heavens, earth, and the inhabitants of this planet. So if I want to be anything like God, I must create. And I'm going to end it with that.
Good money.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a joke. My man just like, yo, post that. I sent him what we spit.